So, as you know, your ministry, Edmonton Centers for Spiritual Living, is now participating in the mission-centric ministry coaching program that I'm facilitating, and so part of the program is me coaching the principals in this ministry to help support the evolution moving from minister to mission-centric ministry. And part of that effort means that we have to engage the ministry shadow if we're to own the whole field of your ministry, so that we can create something that is an integration of your ministry's story, your ministry's journey. And so before we can ever talk about and tell the story of the church, we have to create a container that enables us to hold that story as we are holding our stories now in the Q process. All of our stories are simply our best effort to make meaning with respect to our experience. And when we're not resourceful or when we're not connected to our sense of well-being, our meaning making often has our life and our life experience against us. And so consequently, our hurts and some of our limiting beliefs are consequences of the phenomenon of our separate self. And yet, as we grow in our awareness and grow consciously as we are in the Q process, we learn that all of those experiences, while difficult to engage, aren't necessarily limits onto us, only if we are still stuck and feeling like we're a victim or they're against us. So as we journey forward, I just want you to be holding the vision with me that your entire ministry, everyone in your community is going to be gifted by this tool. And in order for that to happen, it's important for you to hold the space for more and more people to be welcomed into this experience, for you to also deepen in your practice, so this cannot just be a fad, but something that is an embodiment of your ministry's culture and what it becomes when the entire community is aligned with the principle that we're greater than ourself and our self system. And so this is what is really important for everyone who is a part of your ministry, especially engaged in this Q process, to hear. You are a part of my team in really holding the space for the shadow of your ministry, for its pain body to be healed. And for us to be able to do that extremely important and integral work, we need more people who are aligned and coherent in this practice. So while this is the end of our training session, in terms of, you had the workshop and now you have had the debriefing, and so you get the training. And for some of you who are going to go on to become Q coaches, you're going to get another depth of training. But suffice to say that it'd be important for you to think in terms of really championing this throughout your ministry. And one of the ways in which that can happen is by you just continuing to do phase 3 worksheets and really starting to create transformational stories and invite people who are involved in your Q process, who need to be debriefed, to be able to get connected up with people who have been trained, so that the way you process drama, the way you deal with your stuff as a ministry and as a community and as individuals, is using this tool. And as you create coherence and as you practice and deepen this, it has the power to really become a magnet. Anyway, that's my pitch, and that's what I wanted to lay down on the tape for everyone to hear, because it's important that now we take this the next step. One of the things that I'm going to be inviting Reverend Dr. Pat to begin to initiate, as well as all the rest of you Q coaches in training, is to begin to work with the principle, please have compassion for me when I am showing up or being a disappointment, inadequate, unworthy, so on and so forth, because this is who I've come here to be. Remember that when we did that in the workshop, at Unity Spiritual Center Spokane, we find ways to do that in every single gathering we can come up with. And so that's my challenge. You've already done a great thing by teaching us here at the Q Effect that if you just have accountability partner, you amplify people's commitment, and that's a huge gift to us. And we want you to create ways in which you've discovered how to use the cue card and the shadow card in really engaging the community to really go to the next level with respect to how we are in relationships to one another.
Just do the cue. Just do the cue. Just do it. Just do it.